Good afternoon, folks. My name is Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. The purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if there's probable cause for those charges. Probable cause simply means it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred, and more likely than not that you're the person who committed that crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent to these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the State Attorney's Office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release this afternoon, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, your bond, if you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule, or here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, or the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be, and if you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you haven't had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me today. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. You'll solemnly swear affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, none but the truth. Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. James Anderson. Morning, afternoon, Mr. Anderson. What's your date of birth?
February 19th, 1972.
All right, Mr. Anderson, the charge today is possession of paraphernalia. There's probable cause for that charge. You do have an open driving on suspended license case. Ms. Underwood, is there a wrap-up offer this morning or this afternoon?
Your Honor, unfortunately, I did not bring that paperwork, so I don't know what his original offer was on the driving on suspended license. I can ask my office to see if we can have something brought down. I was thinking for the possession of paraphernalia, I would have done 10 days.
Well, because otherwise y'all are going to want me to revoke him, I suspect. So I thought there might be a wrap offer.
And if you'd like, I can contact.
Yeah, contact somebody so we can see. Jim, there may be a jail term, a reasonable jail term that takes care of both of your cases. We're going to find out. Have a seat. As soon as we get an answer, I'll bring you back up, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Devion Bradley. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
April 13th, 2001, sir.
All right. But Devion, you got to stand up straight and just back away from the microphone. Say it again.
April 13th, 2001, sir.
Perfect. I heard you perfectly. Young man, the charge is armed burglary of a conveyance. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I would like a public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender.
Can you tell me my bond?
Oh, that's what we're here to do. I know this is new to you, but I've been doing it a long time, so hang on. I'm going to figure it out, all right?
I got a question. Since it's my first time in jail, will my bond be affected by that?
Well, I'm going to find out here in a second. I know you're impatient and excited to find out, but if you will remain quiet for about a minute, then we'll have an answer for you, all right?
Okay.
All right. State.
Your Honor, as you may have gathered from his statement, he doesn't have any prior adult charges, but he does have prior juvenile charges. Sure. The last one was in March of 2019. It looks like it was a aggravated assault and resisting without that was settled through pretrial diversion. And then there was burglaries and trespasses that also looked like they were handled non-judicially, and those were back in 2018.
Okay. And Mr. Bradley, I have an address for you on Glen Ivy Terrace in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been there?
2 years.
All right. Looks like you were currently a student at Springstead. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I still go to Springstead.
Okay. Well, that's what currently meant.
Currently.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. I'll have you back in court on the 15th of October. It's very important if you get out that you contact the public defender's office right away, okay?
I got a question.
Sure.
What's the half? What's half of that?
What's half of 2,500?
It's 1,500.
It's 1,250. But I set your bond at 2,500. A bondsman will probably charge you 10% of that, but I don't know because I'm not a bondsman.
So 10% of that will be how
Well,
much?
they won't charge. They'll charge you more than 10% on a 2,500. They're going to charge you $500 anyway.
Okay.
All
So
right.
$500 plus what?
You got to call the bondsman. They'll explain it to you if that's possible. Douglas Reba. Douglas Reba.
Yes, sir.
Reba Douglas. There we go. That's why it's funny. Reba, what's your date of birth?
August 30th, 1962.
All right. Okay. Reba's got an issue too.
Sir, can I say something real quick?
Well, you can say whatever you want, this being American and all, and it's Constitution Day and everything, but understand if you start talking about the facts of the case, there's an assistant state attorney here who's got a pen and paper and is going to write down everything you say. But all of that aside, if you want to talk, you sure can.
Yes, sir, please.
What do you want to say?
I've never faced nothing like this before, not a DUI. And the last thing I remember, I was on my way to the doctor.
Okay.
And my husband's currently...
Okay, Reba, see, I don't want you to talk about the facts of the case. You get to if you want to, but I don't want you to because it's not helpful to me. The determination here with the DUI is that there's probable cause. It's a very low standard. It doesn't mean you're guilty of anything. As I mentioned, I presume that you're innocent to these charges. So we're really trying to figure out what to do next here, okay?
But, sir, I have an attorney.
Not on this case yet.
No, I haven't spoke to her yet.
Okay, you have an attorney on your open case.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is leaving the scene of an accident, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is that you have a private attorney on that case?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to stay with that attorney on this case?
I don't know yet until I see where my funds are. And I talk to my attorney.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to
I
find
was just trying
probable
to-
cause. And other than the leaving the scene case, Miss Underwood, is there other history?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, in August of this year, she has a pending DUI out of Pasco County. It looked like, I looked at briefly on the CSIS, it looks like she actually was scheduled for court yesterday when she picked this up, so I don't know if that, they hadn't updated it as of yet.
Okay.
November of 2015, we have a possession of marijuana and a petty theft.
I did not have marijuana with me.
2013, we show a concealing information to obtain prescription. 2011, introduction into detention facility. 2011, petty theft. And another petty theft from 2011.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Who's your lawyer?
Shirley's Powers.
Say that again. Back off of the microphone. Who is it?
Shirley Powers.
Cheryl Powers.
Cheryl Powers.
Okay. Does she know where you're at right now?
No, sir. I haven't been able to call anybody.
Okay. Well,
Nobody knows where I'm at.
okay. I know where you are. Here's what I'm going to do on this case, which is the DUI. I found probable cause. I'm going to set a bond of $1,000. I'm going to move this to, because the old case is Judge Rupe's, right? Yep. I'm going to move this in the 10-1 is one of her days.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm going to move this to 10-1. I'm going to move the old case to 10-1 as well.
Okay.
Which is, hang on, we haven't gotten to the bad news yet. This is, the old case is 19 CT 2689. And then based on the circumstances here, I got a pending DUI and citrus from August. I've got a leaving the scene from August down here, and now I have another DUI. So I'm going to revoke your pretrial release in 19 CT 2689 pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471. I got both your Hernando cases coming back October 1st, but you're not getting out today. You're going to stay where you're at until October 1st or until Ms. Powers gets there to see you and comes up with some other issue, some other resolution. But right now, there's clearly some kind of issue going on that needs addressed. So you're not going anywhere, at least until the case. There is nothing to say to change that until the case gets resolved or until we see in October.
I understand, but I have a pain pump inside my stomach, and it's due to be filled October.
Okay,
1st.
well, something's wrong, and I'm not letting you back out because you're fixing to kill somebody, and I'm not going to be a party to it.
No, I won't get back behind
10-1, you're no bond on that case.
In Your Honor, there was a second case of possession of a controlled substance on this individual. It was on the second arrest affidavit, so you see two of them.
Yeah, there's a felony in addition, so, I mean, I have a PC.
Your Honor, would the court like me to approach a copy of the...
I see the charge on there, but
I have notes on there, I apologize, I didn't notice it here.
Oh, stuck on the back of the record. Okay, that's 1,000. That's coming back on whatever that felony date is. Which is October 15th. FHP. Is there some reason they couldn't put them both on the same PC?
I've not seen this before, so I can't answer that.
They're still using the thermal fax paper, so.
This is true. I'm sure they'll end up being consolidated, is my guess.
Well, that would be the right thing.
I would hope so, yeah.
All right. Did you have some information then on Mr. Anderson?
Well, I have a printout that has absolutely nothing on it, so I don't know the facts other than it looks like that the case appeared to have happened on May 21st.
Right.
I don't know if the court would want to pass this for a couple days, and I could, if we want to bring it back tomorrow or Thursday, I'm going to be here all week, and I can take a look at it and come up with a wrap-up offer for both cases.
Okay. Like a first appearance.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Anderson, come on back up. All right, so James, here's where you're at. Because you got the open case and you picked up this new charge, you're going to be on no bond, but the state attorney's office said I can bring you back tomorrow at first appearance and see if we can't get you some sort of a short jail term to take care of both things. If we can, great. If we can't, then no harm, no foul. So for today, on the new charge, I'm going to set your bond at 1,000. I'm going to revoke your pretrial release on the old charge, 19 CT 2025. I'm going to hold you without bond, but I'll have you brought back to first appearance tomorrow, which is September 18th, and we'll see if we can get you resolved on both cases then, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Jim.
I just holding off on the PD appointment until.
Yeah, exactly, because he may not need it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Billy Evans. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
May 23rd, 1945.
All right. So you're here on a charge of battery on a person 65 or older. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like a public defender?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Are you having trouble hearing me?
Yes.
Do you want to help him out? How's that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. The charge is battery on a person 65 or older. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, would you like the public defender to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the PD state.
Your Honor, He hasn't had anything recently. 2008, he was released from prison on a felony DUI, and I don't see anything since then. However, prior to that, he has a number of battery charges. They were all in the, I think the latest one was early 2000s, late 1990, early 2001.
Okay.
But and then you have out-of-state history that also includes a battery.
All right.
Again, these are all, well, some of them older than I am.
Right. All right, Billy, I've got an address for you on Cessna Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No.
Where do you live?
I live in Cincinnati.
Okay. All right. Billy, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Condition of the bond is I don't want you to have any contact with Karen Pearsall, okay?
Yes.
You know who Karen is, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can't have any contact with her. You can't call her, you can't write her, you can't email her, no contact until this case gets resolved. Do you understand me?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to have you back in court on the 15th of October. If you get out, you should contact the public defender. If you can't get out, they're going to come see you at the jail, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. David Gibbs? Afternoon, Mr. Gibbs. What's your date of birth?
11/11/1981.
Mr. Gibbs, the charge is possession of drug paraphernalia. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, please.
I'll appoint the PD, State.
Yes, Your Honor. In 2017, he was released from DOC on a possession of a controlled substance. In 2014, we had a possession of a controlled substance that ultimately resulted in a violation of probation. There was a grand theft in 2014. 2014, a possession of paraphernalia, possession of a controlled substance. 2011, a petty theft from a transit agency. 2011, a possession of controlled substance, 2 of those. Violation of probation in 2010, 2009, driving on a suspended license.
David, I got an address for you on Trouble Creek Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
A long time. Since like 1989.
You got a job these days?
Sometimes.
Okay. I'm going to leave your bond at the $1,000. I'll have you back in court on October 8th. Very important that you contact the public defender if you get out, all right?
Is there any way we can resolve this today?
Ms. Underwood?
Yes, Your Honor. Given his history, I would do 20 days in jail.
20 days in the county jail, David.
I'll take it.
You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer, but you're willing to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge to possess drug paraphernalia, how do you wish to plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept that plea, find it was freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence in 20 days, credit 2 days served. Finding court costs is $568, and your cost of incarceration, I'll unappoint the public defender. That takes care of it, David. You just have to finish the time, all right?
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dylan Gonzalez. Afternoon, Dylan. What's your date of birth?
September 29th, 1995.
Dylan in charge of possession of methamphetamine. There's probable cause for that charge. As to that charge, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
No, it's not talking. I represent myself.
Super. State?
No prior history, Your Honor.
All right. Dylan, I've got an address for you on Hobart Lane in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
Year and a half.
You have a job these days?
Nope.
All right. Set your bond at $1,000. We'll have you back in court on October 15th, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Jesse Hunt. Morning, Mr. Hunt. What's your date of birth?
January 12th, 1991.
Yes, you get 2 new charges today: possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia. Looks like you got 3 open felony cases right now. As to these charges, there's probable cause. You want to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender. What do you mean there's 3 prior?
I didn't say prior. I said open, current cases.
3, what 3?
You have charges in 19 CF 1584 of burglary of a structure and felony petty theft. 19 CF 1583, same 2 charges. 19 CF 1069 is a felony petty theft.
A burglary of a structure? I've never been charged with that.
Well, I'm not shocked that you don't remember, but that's what it says. He's the same guy, right?
That's what I was about to say, Your Honor. I dealt with Mr. Hunt up in Judge Toner's courtroom last year and the year before, and we had 2 Jesse Hunts. So you might be looking at Jesse Arthur, Jesse Patrick.
Yeah,
Jesse
that's
Patrick.
not me.
Okay.
And because I didn't find that on.
Okay. That's a note there. So this is the other Jesse Hunt that has all this history.
And that one
Yeah.
did have a large history, Your Honor.
What about this Jesse Hunt?
Your Honor, he has a prior from 2015 that was a possession of controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia. And he failed to appear on that a couple of times. He resolved that case last year for jail time, as I recall.
All right, Jesse got an address for you in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
About 5 years.
You have a job these days?
On and off, yes.
Set your bond at $1,000 on each count. That's a total of $2,000. Have you back in court on October 15th. Make sure you contact the PD if you get out, all right?
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
What was the bond, Judge?
2,000 total, 1 and 1. Gary Malloy. Afternoon, Gary. What's your date of birth?
June 22nd, 1983.
Charges possession of drug paraphernalia. Is this one, Melissa, that can be resolved this afternoon?
Yes, with his history, I would do 20 days with him as well.
Gary, it's 20 days for you as well. You want to take that, or you want to try to bond out?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll take it.
All right. You understand by entering a plea today, you give up the right to have a trial by a jury, the right to confront the witnesses against you, the right to remain silent, the right to have a lawyer represent you, but you want to give up those rights so we can take care of this today?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the charge to possess drug paraphernalia, how do you wish to plead? You may plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept that plea, find is freely and voluntarily made, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 20 days, credit 2 days served, finding court cost is $568, and your cost of incarceration. That takes care of it, Gary. You just need to finish the time, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck. Shane Oxendine. Shane, I've got 3 warrants for you today. They're all signed by Judge Merritt. In each case, he found probable cause for violation of probation. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the PD. All 3 of those are coming back October 15th, Shane. Public defender's going to come see you at the jail before you go to court again, okay?
All right.
Very good. Anthony Paleo. Mr. Paleo, what's your date of birth?
May 10th, 1957.
You're here on a warrant signed by Judge Rupi. She found probable cause for violation of probation. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire a private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender, Your Honor.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. Judge Rupi set your bond at no bond. I'll have you back in court on October 8th. Public defender is going to come see you before then, see if we can get your case resolved, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.